Evan Eller, this Monday after Fresno State, what impact do you have as a senior? 4 wins, 6 losses. What do you take strengths and weaknesses from the past going into this game against Nevada, scoring 55 against San Jose State? They scored 10. You guys have been the impact. Defense has been the deal. How important are your wins and losses in the past into your prep, your motivation, your inspiration this week?
Yeah, I think, that's a big factor into our motivation for sure, but we kind of also got to understand, each week is just like a season of its own because it's kind of the flavor of the week, especially in the Mountain West. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just who shows up on Saturdays because you got, the top guys at the top of the Mountain West losing to teams at the bottom of the Mountain West, and then vice versa. So being able to just come out and play our brand of ball, have an impact that we've been having the whole season, and let those losses fuel us for sure, and just kind of with the wins, just take what we were good at, what we dominated at, and really ride on top of those on those advantages. So I would say really just looking at those, and then at the losses, really just cleaning up stuff that we could be better at. Sloppy fits or just the whole the whole 9 yards of it. But we just got to continue to build off of it and come out in this game, senior day, last home game for all the seniors. We really just got to come out firing.
In your entire career, any play most memorable so far, Evan?
I would say it was one of my first starts it was my first start at linebacker actually, and we were playing at Wake Forest on a Thursday night, and they had driven down pretty quick on us, and I got a sack on a one-on-one with a running back. I got a sack, and we stopped the drive. That was probably my most memorable at VMI, and then here probably I would have to say probably the sack against CSU. That was a pretty fun, especially ending the first half.
That's in your highlight reel.
21-0.
That's in your highlight reel.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so going into the half up 21-0 against our rival and playing at home, blackout jerseys, that was probably the most memorable play, at least being at Wyoming.
Any talk of blackout jerseys rolling coal in the last 2 games? Any talk? Any conversation?
I haven't heard about it. I wish
you're not involved, huh?
Yeah.
No?
Sadly, if I
you
had
don't get a vote.
To say, I would definitely have this back out.
Yeah. How much do those motivate you? How much does dress impress?
For me, you can speak differently for certain guys on the team that like to get a little flashier, but for me, I just like to play, so it doesn't matter what jersey we wear.
How glad are you? How much pride do you have in being a Cowboy for your collegiate career?
I have a lot of pride in it. Just coming into this environment, it's pretty similar to kind of how my high school was, as far as the blue collar mentality, just work for what you get, and it's just on a much bigger stage. It's an entire state instead of just a county. So being able to play for the state and the university and just all the people that have been through here, all the linebackers that have been through here, I just take a lot of pride in it, and my family does the same as well. Even though we're from the East Coast, we have a lot of pride in coming out and stepping on that field and just putting that steamboat on our chest and on the helmet.
What helped you make that decision to come to the University of Wyoming?
I would think it all ties in. I definitely looked at, how many guys they've developed, and Lord willing, I wish I could have came here and been here for 4 or 5 years and developed, but they developed a lot of linebackers and put them into the league, and they always had a lot of defensive players in the NFL as well. And then they just kind of had a blue-collar mindset, a lot of guys that felt they were overlooked in high school and recruiting, and even if they transferred from a bigger school, felt like they deserved to play at a high level, and they come here and they show it a lot. So I think that was a few things that kind of pulled me in, was just the blue-collar mentality and just the opportunity to play at a high level.
Head Coach Savell, in the post-game interview comments last weekend, talked about taking that one on coaching. Do you agree they got to coach better? That's what he said, quote unquote. We got to coach better. What's your thought on that comment from Coach Savell after Fresno State?
That's just what our coaches are going to say every time. They're never going to pin it on us, and we're never going to pin it on them. I just think there's a lot of things that the players could do, as far as we always talk about in the locker room, as players to players, controlling what we can control. when you get your opportunity to step on that field, when the coaches put you on the field, like you got to execute at your best. Control what you watch throughout the week as far as film, preparation, control your effort during practice, and then control your intent during the game. And so, really, like, there's nothing we can do about the coaching. You know, I don't think it's on them, and I think it's just as much on the players as anyone. And you know, we're the ones playing the game. You know, players win games, players win the big games. So we just got to continue to improve, and when we get our chance, you get your number called, like you just got to perform.
I think it was about the UNLV game, and the mantra was believe. Got to believe. Got to keep believing.
Yeah.
What belief do you have in this game and the next one coming in a way that you're bowl eligible as a team?
Yeah, I have incredible belief. You know, it's just, I don't know if it's just how I'm wired or what, but like I just come into every game believing like I could never go into a game thinking we're gonna lose. I don't care if it's Utah coming into here. I don't care if it's like I don't care what the record is. You know, it's like it's 0-0 when the game starts. They're playing on the same field as us. They're playing in the same conditions as us. So like I have all the belief in my teammates and my coaches. So you know, we're gonna step on the field every time believing we're gonna win. Because in my opinion, if you step on the field you don't think you're gonna win, like you know. What you believe is what's gonna most likely happen. So that's how I come at it.
Any impressions with number 17's jersey being retired here at the University of Wyoming as an alum and MVP in the NFL last year?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, obviously, it was actually pretty crazy. My brother had just got his Wyoming jersey for Christmas, the Christmas before I even came here. So like, it was just crazy. Like. It's awesome how much of an impact he's had on football and the NFL and people. At the
Is your
University
brother
of Wyoming.
younger?
He's older than me.
Older?
Yeah, and yeah, it's just awesome to see like being able to come here and like have such a big impact, and you can see the stage that he's playing on, and he obviously was an MVP last year, so you know you can come to Wyoming and get to whatever you want or wherever you want to be as far as. You know the work you put in is what you're going to get out of it. So it's awesome to see, and it's going to be sweet to. You know, meet him and have him back in here. And, you know, he's brought a lot of attention to this game, so it's going to be a cool crowd to play in front of as well.
War Memorial, our house, is going to be packed.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you ask of the fans this Saturday?
Shoot, just come in and be loud. Just help us continue like that San Jose game. Shoot, that was when, you know, they had a lot of impacts when the crowd noise, messing up the offense, messing up the cadence, stuff like that. Just continue to encourage and stay for the full 4 quarters and just help us come out and get a win this Saturday.
I appreciate your time. Thank
Yes,
you, and good luck this Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.